Oh, it was out there and I did it in good faith. I mean, it's no defense. Since then, have you had any evidence that indeed the MPP administration has sold the gold reserves?
Mr. Chairman, in all fairness, I mean, it was not long after that when it was obvious that the story was not true. And I was one of those people who clearly spoke to it because there was no basis at all to the story.
Did you use the same medium to publish that what you put out there boldly was incorrect?
Did I use the same medium to say so?
Yes.
I used even a greater medium, which was my voice, which traveled much further than even the paper traveled.
Mr. Chairman, this is laughable. This indeed is laughable. Mr. Chairman, the nominee, as per the exchanges between the deputy minority leader and him, used the crystal lens again. The deputy minority leader alluded to a publication in on the 19th of May 2000. Crystal lens. 2000. And then when 2008, sorry, 2008, and the issue about Nana Akufo-Addo having single-handedly, through his actions and inactions, helped open wide the floodgates of cocaine. You repeated same in the 24th November 2008 issue of the paper. That is part of your setting the record straight.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Now, you have said that for those of them who contributed to that statement, you may want to question the motives of each and every one. Honorable Beho, Honorable Dr. Mustafa Ahmed, and so on, because their motives may inform whether to characterize them as people who contributed to open the floodgates to cocaine in the country. Right? That's what you have told us.
If I should answer the question fully.
That is what you have told us.
I don't remember saying that.
You don't remember saying that?
I told you that motives differ.
Is that mental fatigue?
That's not mental fatigue. That's
right.
accurate statement. I said motives differ.
You will be coming when you are not a member of parliament. You are not an elected member of parliament. But when you become a deputy minister, you will not be a stranger in parliament. It means that you'll be considered as a member of parliament. Right?
Yes, and I'll feel honored, yes.
Come again?
I'll feel honored.
You'll feel honored. You'll come to learn as per our rules of procedure. And for your elucidation, let me quote Order 93. 2. It shall be out of order to use offensive, abusive, insulting, blasphemous, or unbecoming words, or to impute improper motives to any other member, or to make personal allusions. You come to learn that. And you come to learn that street language is different from parliamentary language. And may I suggest to you that you take a cue from this order. If Parliament should give you the prior approval, and the President should subsequently swear you in as Deputy Minister, that you will abide by this.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I know for a fact that within Parliament there are things that are considered not to be parliamentary. But I also know for a fact that very many parliamentarians outside of Parliament use exactly some of the languages you say, you call it straight. They use that.
This is a committee of Parliament.
The Chairman, may I remind the nominee that he is before a committee of Parliament, and bellicosity and belligerence will not be tolerated.
Mr. Chairman, I don't know what you call bellicosity or belligerence. What I've done is simply state
I quoted our rules to you. I quoted our rules to you. And I asked you in simple language whether you will abide by this. I quoted Order 93.2 to you, that it shall be out of order to use offensive, abusive, insulting, blasphemous, or unbecoming words, or to impute improper motives to any other member, or to make personal allusions. Now, going by what the Honorable Ambrose Derry told you, you want to delve into the motives of people who made contributions to this statement and situate them. However you are going to investigate the motives, nobody knows. And I'm asking a simple question. Are you going to abide by this?
Clearly, every person who is in Parliament abides by the rules of Parliament. So within Parliament, I certainly will abide by it. But the truth will still be said, and that will be said if it's outside of the floor of Parliament, that will not be considered unparliamentary.
But this is Parliament.
I'm talking to you in Parliament.
This is Parliament.
We are within the presence of Parliament, and the Committee of Parliament is an extension of Parliament. Do you understand that?
I completely agree. That's what I said within Parliament. I certainly will abide by those rules.
But outside Parliament, you are at liberty to behave the way you think.
I think different rules apply in different places. What is considered to be truthful outside of Parliament may be considered unparliamentary in Parliament. So within Parliament, I certainly will abide by the rules of using parliamentary, what you call expression. But outside of Parliament, if it's the truth, I will say so, yes.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, the nominee.
He wants to make a point.
The nominee, without doubt. The nominee, without doubt, would have applied himself or vetted his mind again to Article 41D of our Constitution, which obliges every citizen to respect the rights, freedoms, and legitimate interests of others, and generally to refrain from doing acts detrimental to the welfare of others, including, you agree with me that you agree with me?
I do.
Mr. Chairman, the nominee is on record to have said that Data Bank financed Nana Akufo-Addo's campaign, and he is alleged to have made a categorical statement inviting clients of the bank to go for their monies. Is that true?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have never made any statement regarding Data Bank. Never. Possibly, maybe you are confusing me with another person who made that.
That is why I use the word alleged. So you didn't say it. Mr. Chairman, the nominee in the business of setting the record straight has been categorical that the MPP manipulated the judiciary, would manipulate the judiciary to take seats which have been won by the NDC in the event of Nana Akufo-Addo winning the presidency. you have any evidence to support that claim?
Much, Mr. Chairman. It all depends on your appreciation of what manipulation is. As far as I'm concerned, manipulation is what happens when you lose a case and you set into motion every process to be able to reverse that case.
Why did you claim that?
Manipulation for me is what exactly took place in 2002 when MPP lost the fast track court case in the case against Chikota. And they set into motion the process to reverse it by packing the Supreme Court. For me, that is my appreciation of manipulation. And I think I was not alone in that because I think NEPAD did agree and also commented on that same issue.
Mr. Chairman, the nominee asked a simple question and he's gone astray. He's gone completely off track. You made a categorical statement in the intervening period after the first round of elections and said that the NPP, in the event of Nana Akufo-Addo winning the presidency, will manipulate the judiciary to take seats which have been won by the NDC. And I'm asking whether you had any evidence to support this.
Mr. Chairman, that's what I explained. That on the basis of what happened in 2002, I had good enough reason to believe that similar methods could still be used to be able to get what MPP wanted.
Mr. Chairman, perception is different from hard evidence. I'm asking you whether you have any evidence.
Because you know the Attorney General. The Attorney General has a different...
I answered the question by saying
you haven't
that
answered
the evidence I have is the evidence of what happened in 2002. And that, for me, was good enough reason to start believing that the same methods could still be used.